are again, coming to you from an undisclosed location in San Antonio, Texas, where we have been moving things around. So there's some things on the walls that weren't on the walls before, and there's some things that are on the walls that are on different places. And I'm putting lotion on my hands to try to reduce the squeak inherent in playing this particular instrument, which is the strum box. This is the very first implement of musical mayhem that got me into this mess in the first place, made by Michael Van Slyke of Archangel Arts. You can find him on Etsy at Archangel Arts and also on Facebook at Archangel Arts. This is tuned to an open G, G, D, and then two G's here, so you get the Ode to Joy, one of my favorite things to do on this because it's just that darn easy. Anyway, why do I have this thing in my hands? Well, I have this thing in my hands because I'm actually going to play it today. When I first got this, I kind of sort of knew what I wanted to do, but I didn't have a lot of, I don't know, focus or songs in the back hopper or things like that. And I basically held on to this and continued to visit it time and again to figure out what I want to do with it. And last time I did, I tuned it low. That's pretty low. That's kind of a deep, thrumming instrument. And I had no idea what to do with it until it occurred to me that this is the beginning of September, which means that it is time for a traditional Now is September kind of song, and that's what I am doing here. See if I can make sure that I'm actually able to see people when they comment. I have no idea how many people are actually watching this at any given moment. There are sensors and there's things that tell me that I have so many people watching, but I don't believe them anymore because people hop on, people hop off. Life is like that. It just goes that way. And I'm just going to real quick push a button or two, and then push another button or three, and then I can see whether or not somebody else hops on and makes a comment. Almost got those enduring young charms, which if you've ever watched a Warner Brothers cartoon and anybody's ever set up a piano or a xylophone to explode when a certain note is hit, that's the song they managed to almost but not quite play, and that's a piece of trivia you probably didn't even think you needed to know. So, All Among the Barley is a song that I heard at the knee, literally, of the Jolly Beggar. That's Rory and Linda and Matthew and Molly, the inimitable Molly Burke. Is my mic volume down? Oh, maybe. I don't know. I could just be being kind of like calm and quiet. This does happen occasionally, you know? Just boost that a little bit. Yeah, right now I'm just kind of yammering a little bit. There's a volume control, but that volume control on the microphone is just for me. So I'm just kind of being casual here, okay? We'll get to the thing in a moment. Yeah, that's actually pretty high. So we'll see. I don't know. Life is complicated. Hey, yes, Kat, that is Domino back there. This song is a traditional song, All Among the Barley, and I was trying to figure out how to accompany myself to it because it's a great song, but I'm just one guy, and as such, not that interesting. The song, however, is beautiful. Now is come September, the hunter's moon begun, and whenever I hear it, it sounds great, but it sounds kind of weird. This guy's standing here singing it. So that's a B. We're gonna try this. Now is come September. Yep. Now is come September, the hunter's moon begun, and through the wheat and stubble is heard the frequent gun. The leaves are paling. Wow, tuning is hard. No. Without the instrument, I guess so. I thought, you know what? When I try hard, I push, and when I push, I mess things up. So let's do it. We'll do it, as they say, Acapulco. I tried, I failed, but we're gonna do it anyway. Welcome to the live show. Now is come September. There it is. See, that's what my there. Now is come September, the hunter's moon begun, and through the wheat and stubble is heard the frequent gun. The leaves are pale and yellow and kindling into red, and and the ripe and bearded barley is hanging down its head. There we are, all among the barley, who would not be blithe when the ripe and bearded barley is smiling on the side? The spring is like a young man who does not know his mind. The summer is a tyrant, a most ungracious kind. The autumn's like an old friend who loves who all she can, for she brings the bearded barley to gladden the hearts of men. All among the barley, who would not be blithe when the ripe and bearded barley is smiling on the side? The wit is like a rich man, it's sleek and well-to-do. The oats are like a pack of girls, a laughing and dancing too. The rye is like a miser, it's sulky, lean and small, and the ripe and bearded barley is monarch of them all. All among the barley, who would not be blithe when the ripe and bearded barley is smiling on the side? Now is come September, the hunter's moon begun, and through the wheat and stubble is heard the frequent gun. The leaves are pale and yellow, a kindling into red, and the ripe and bearded barley is hanging down its head. All among the barley, who would not be blithe when the ripe and bearded barley is smiling on the side? All among the barley, who would not be blithe when the ripe and bearded barley is smiling on the side? You're saying it's soft? You need a mic. I have a mic. This mic right here. Can you hear me now? Can you hear me now? I think you can hear me now, or if not, I'm not sure. All right, well, we'll figure it out. I bet. Yeah. See, I can hear me now. So I'm not sure what's going on there. Streamer who's Twitch person is yeah. Oh, Tim. Hi, Tim. It's a very low instrument and very like solemn. I may be tuning it up higher again. I'm not sure. This is still very much a work in progress. And as the disclaimer says, back over here over my shoulder, I am not very good at this. So remember that. It helps to set expectations. And thank you for maintaining the same low expectations that keep me in this show. There we go. Changing gears. Changing gears. Now, can you hear me now? Really? Well, let's make sure that we've got the right microphone on. What the heck? I'm not sure what is going on here. What are going on here? Yeah, it's set to the right microphone. So darned if I know what's keeping it quiet over there. There we go. I think I just had to tell it. You gotta argue with the technology sometimes. Which is weird. But, you know, I can tell you that my day job, I was jumping back and forth between a microphone and a headset and a microphone. Make sure this thing is turned off. Make sure there's absolutely no chance of confusion on the part of the technology as to what it's supposed to be sending signal to. There we go. And I can already see the microphone bumping up here again. So I think it's, you know, it's... Yes, Jessica, this hat right here is the thing with feathers. It's also a license and a letter of marque. And we're going to do another song. Now that we've had our technical frou-for-all, because it is not a Troubadork show without some kind of weird technical frou-for-all, let's stagger into the next song here, which is actually a Jimmy Buffett cover, because I like Jimmy Buffett songs. And there's a certain number of them that actually sound like he did compose them on a ukulele. Similar to this, perhaps. You never try to keep the wild ones home, but mister, don't just sit there and wait. Go out on the town, making all of the rounds. It won't matter if you're your own date. Here we go. Accompanied by a cat in the background. We're in here, cat. My cat has abandonment issues. Vacantly occupied. Sat on the beach until my body got fried. Dreaming of southern needs. Honey-do, honey, come and do me again. I seen your fat cat style, 300 pounds, a job that smile. Young girls giggling all the while, that's not my cup of chowder. I go for candlelight, for champagne nearly every night. Honey, do a little toast for me and you. Here we go, the F sharp chord. Honey, why couldn't you have taken that non-stop train? I'm hungry, and I really want to see you again. Conflict. I know it's getting late. Mater keeps staring at your empty plate. Mater D keeps telling me, sir, she's just not coming. What the hell does Garcon know? We've been through all this before. Honey, do, honey, come and do me again. We're going to the bridge again. F sharp. Honey, I made it good and you had taken that non-stop train. I'm hungry, and I really want to see you again. Vacantly occupied, sat on the beach until my body got fried. Dreaming of your pretty eyes up in South Carolina. I can't pronounce my R's and G's or hit the A chord when I'm speaking southern knees. Honey, do, honey, come and do me again. One more time, well now, honey, do, honey, come and do me again. Oh, well now, honey, do, honey, come and do me again. Honey-do. And the sound is better now. Y'all can hear me. Y'all can hear me now. Hopefully the video is still looking pretty good. We are messing around with the controls on the video because I am not a pro streamer. I am just some dork with a ukulele and a funny hat and a number of songs. We have two LED bulb lamps on a shelf above the technology that is used to project this image out into the ether. And I'm kind of happy with it so far. I have to thank Rick, the McSmiley, who has been my erstwhile long-distance technical consultant, because he does this stuff for his day job, and he's kind enough to tell me, hey man, try this, try that, do this, do that. And so far, it's all pretty much worked. And most of it has not gone horribly, horribly wrong, and I appreciate that a great deal. Oh, hey, real quick, those of you who have come here during the month of August and July might well know that I've been having some fridge drama. Well, we got it done. It's done completely. We have a new fridge thanks to our home warranty, and the rental fridge was carted away yesterday, and which is good. A bit late, but it was carted away. Initially, they don't tell anybody this, but they're not supposed to come into the house right now because we have a pandemic. But after watching me struggle with the fridge trying to move it myself for the better part of about 10 minutes, they had mercy on me and came in. They took pity on me, came in and got the fridge out, and we're good. So I'm now once again Tobias 1 fridge the adequate as opposed to Tobias 2 fridge the adequate. So drama and random stuff. This one is a song that was written because I was silly enough to say, hey, reply to this comment, reply to this post with a song title you'd like me to write, And the ones that get the most reactions, I will write. And 3 songs had the most, and I've written 2 of those so far. This one was actually fairly easy to do. The first one, for those of you who know me, was Goddammit Laguerre. And that one took a little bit longer to write. Figure that one out. But it is in there, and it does exist, and we will do it at some point. We will do it at some point indeed. Hey, we got people here. Fantastic. I love it when there's people watching this show. It gives my tiny, desiccated little sense of self-esteem a boost, and it's a good thing. Grandpa's Can of War Ration Spam. The title itself just said, okay, this is clearly going to be like a 1920s musical review, and it would really work well if I had like a full band and like dancing girls behind me, but we don't, because we have no budget, because this is a hobby. I am definitely not a pro streamer in any way, shape, or form. Okay, gotta remember this one. When Grandpa died, there's this one thing he set aside to give to me, his favorite daughter's boy. And inside that box, wrapped securely in old socks, we found the can of Spam that was his pride and joy. This is gonna get dumb. Grandpa's can of war ration Spam kept my grandpa going through the war. And if hunger overtook, he'd just give that can a look to remind him of what he was fighting for. What Grandpa bequeathed was some kind of mystery meat. The secret to the contents darn near did me in. I swore I would not break or get so desperate I'd partake of that there freaky food that's stuffed inside that tin. Yes, Grandpa's can of war ration Spam kept my grandpa going through the war. And if hunger overtook, he'd just give that can a look to remind him of what he was fighting for. Now sometimes things got rough, I'll tell you, times were pretty tough, the kind of troubles that would kill a lesser man. But like my grandpa had, I knew that things were not so bad, and I'd be darned if I would open up that can. Yes, Grandpa's can of war ration Spam kept my grandpa going through the war. And if hunger overtook, he'd just give that can a look to remind him of what he was fighting for. Now, fellas, we're not sure what kind of food that can procures. It could be pork or chicken, beef, or even cod. And underneath that tin, no one knows what is trapped within. And we're afraid we might just free an elder god. I ain't touching it. So Grandpa's can of war ration Spam kept my grandpa going through the war. And if hunger overtook, he'd just give that can a look to remind him of what he was fighting for. There are moments in the process of writing these songs that I have to take a little step back and ask myself, what the heck do I think I'm actually doing? This was one of those songs where I occasionally had to set the instrument down just so I could make the gesture like that. I tried to do it quietly so as not to disturb people. My wife or the 2 cats we have here in the house. That was nice. Actually, that came out pretty good. That's like the second time I've done that in front of anybody that I'm not related to, so by marriage. So that's good. I think that's a keeper. Definitely a keeper. The last song on this particular set is even goofier. And it was a song that I wrote specifically because the the most recent paying gig that I ever had doing this goofy song thing, that was at least compensated, was at the Texas Furry Fiesta in Dallas, Texas, the last weekend that split February and March. And I did one magic show as Tobias the Adequate, and then 2 music shows, the Troubadork shows. And I thought, if I'm going to do more anthro stuff, or cons, I really need to have more broad range of music. And this next song is what came of that. I'm not sure exactly where it came from, aside from the fact that it came from my fervid little brain. I do know that when I wrote it, I'm scrolling to the notes just so that I have them to refer to because I'm old now and have taken a number of blows to the head in my life, and I want the cheat sheet. What I do know is that this apparently has a lot more appeal than I thought it would, which is nice. It's a little jazzier. By the way, this strumming pattern is one of my nemesis. I have this disturbing tendency to come up with songs that I then have to figure out how to play competently. I basically do it to myself. I shoot myself in the foot, and then I limp around on stage and hope that y'all won't notice. So. It finally happened to me. I found someone. Yeah, I didn't think it could come true, but I found me a life companion. So hey, the same thing could happen to you. I mean, a life together is wonderful. Think we're gonna get serious soon. We really got a good thing going, but it gets real freaky when we had a full moon. I'm dating a werewolf. Oh yes, it's true. I'm dating a werewolf. I feel a woo. It's like I'm awaking a beautiful daydream, yo. They really have improved my days. I'm still startled they found me here. Guess we'll have to see how all this plays. They do all kind of cute things that I adore. This relationship is gonna go far. I mean, I get all squishy when they stick their head out of the window when we're driving my car. I'm dating a werewolf. Oh yes, it's true. I'm dating a werewolf. I feel a woo. Now I ain't saying that things are perfect here. You know the challenges will always be there. But we work our way through our problems now, and it usually kinda all turns out fair. You know I don't like fighting my partner now, so I learned me this one little trick. If things get angry and we get into a fight, all I gotta do to win is throw a stick. I'm dating a werewolf. Oh yes, it's true. I'm dating a werewolf. I feel a woo. Howl with me. Woo. So now you know I'll go through the story here. How my life is just right upside down. And it might not sound like my mind's too clear, but you gotta know that I ain't wearing a frown. I mean, I know that I hit me the jackpot, y'all. That's the reason why I'm singing this song. And although we know it could take a lot of work, there is a single little thing that's gone wrong. Oh. Whew. Hairball. I'm dating a werewolf. Oh yes, it's true. I'm dating a werewolf. I feel a woo. And for the record, yes, that was a fake hairball. I'm not a monster. Ears aren't pointed. Teeth aren't fangs. I'm good. We're good. We're good. And so we have come staggering in sideways, tripping over the front porch, plummeting through the French doors, over the back of the sofa, and banging our head against the console table. That is the end of yet another Troubadork Non-Commute Show. Thank y'all for hanging out with me again. I appreciate it. The numbers tell me that there are people watching, and I like that. Because without you watching, what I'm doing here makes even less sense. we'll do the plugs and the commercial stuff, and then I'll do a little logistic thing because there's this ongoing thing this week that we have to kind of figure ourselves out about. So I'm gonna move over a little bit so I don't get poked in the eye by my first plug. Oh, my eye! Oh gosh! First and foremost, the tip jar, as we talked about it before, PayPal.com/theadequate. If you want to drop a little money in the bucket, you can do that. And Robert and Rick and Emily and Miranda have done it. Rick has done it twice, and that's weird, but I'm okay with that. Any funds that come to me through that go back into the show, which is why I have a nice camera. That's why I have this little Stream Deck thingy here. It allows me to push a bunch of shiny buttons to jump back and forth between scenes. That's why I have tuners and a boom arm for the camera and ukulele strings and a program to pull chords out of songs so I can figure out what the heck they're doing. If you want to commit to a more long-term supporting of Adequacy in Our Lifetime, I would direct you over to patreon.com, up there /theadequate. And the way that works is that you say, yeah, I'm going to throw $1 or $2 at Tobias every month. And it's a little auto-debit thing. And they got $1, $2, $5, $10, and I have no idea why you people are doing this for me, levels. And there are various bonuses and perks, previews of songs, a picture of my battle station or command center or whatever the kids are calling it these days that I actually do this show at, previews of songs. $5 above, you start getting physical, tangible things. You also get an ebook of the Artisanal Gibberish book. At $10, you get the physical book. $5, you get buttons. And at the $10 level, you also get the chance to tell me to write a song. Then I have to play it in front of all y'all. By the way, the $2 a month is the cheapest ad budget ever. And you can see one of those sponsors right here. Paper Angel Press is, in fact, one of my $2 a month sponsors. You give me $2 a month, I will promote you, your service, your product, whatever it is you want down here. And there are some $2 a month people who really ought to get a plug in for me to put down here so I can plug them. Just so you know. So that's a good thing to check out at patreon.com/theadequate. I do have archives. I got something in my eye. It's this corner of this dang white box over here. Facebook.com and Twitch.tv, Tobias the Adequate, are the archives. And youtube.com/MPLEGARE is also an archive under the Troubadork playlist. That's where you see the shows. That's where you can see the shows after I have done them. I know I get more views after the show than usual. So now let's do a little bit of logistics. I thought I wasn't going to be doing the Wednesday show this week because I was going to go into the day job and have to be there the entire day. Right now, thanks to the wonderful pandemic that we have, I can get away with working from home most of the time. But there's something you got to physically be in the building to do when you're an IT nerd, which I am. So yes, IT nerds of the world unite. I thought it was going to be Wednesday to have to be in the whole day. It turns out it's Thursday. But what that means is that I may not be able to do a Thursday show. And so if I don't do a Thursday show, that will push the count off, because this is currently show number 94, and show number 100, if I do a show every day, Monday through Thursday, for the next 2 weeks, that'll be the Thursday of next week. That having been said, if that does turn out to be the case, and I can't do a show on Thursday, I will be doing show number 100, which is a lot. How the hell did we get here? Show number 100 will actually happen on Friday. In any case, show 100 will happen at 5 o'clock instead of 4:30. And it'll probably be about an hour long. Or more. Because I'll just keep going until we all get really sick of it. And the fact that y'all are actually watching me do this now is indicative that there's a certain number of y'all that aren't sick of it yet. So, good deal. So we will keep you posted on that. I do try to post promos and explanations and scheduling things and previews of what I'm doing on Facebook and on Twitter. I'm at The Adequate on both. I'm at The Adequate on Instagram, but Instagram doesn't let me stream, so I'm not as worried about them as I used to be. But do check that out. Keep me posted. Feel free to make comments as we go, because I'm always interested in hearing from y'all. And you can go to theadequate.com, which is my website, which is in desperate need of updating. I need to put all this Troubadork stuff on there. But first, I have to figure out how to do a website again, because I used to do websites, and then I forgot how to do them. And I forgot how to get the tools to do them. And I'm old now, and I've suffered a number of blows to the head, so there's that. Anyway, that's how everything that we've got this time around. I don't know what I'm doing for tomorrow's show, but we'll do stuff. We'll do some more original songs. we've had a couple of shows where it's been all original songs, and so you can't blame anybody for the stuff except myself. We'll do some covers. We'll do some films. I got all kinds of things out there, so we'll have some fun. I want to thank y'all for hanging out with me. Without you here, what I do makes no sense. So be good to yourselves. Be good to each other. I've been Tobias the Adequate, and you guys have been fantastic. And I'll see you guys next time around. Y'all take care.